I learned it all.
Sightseeing.
Sure, look at those.
Yeah. Yeah.
They made. Today, we can see the guy on the way, they do.
That's the truth.
And then people done.
Yes.
Here.
It's just hard to take in, really. Get your head wrapped around. Jeff, how's your family?
Good.
How's your granddaughter? The one that I had.
Better, I think.
Right. When you have a rehabilitation, was it her, that she was in the class to, they were trying to find, get them skills.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I can tell you, some of the words when she,
She's working.
okay, what's her name? Fashion supplies and again. Okay,
I don't think it is. I think it's action.
I just wondered which one, because I said, you know, that's, I can,
Chris.
oh, yes, I've seen that, yes, yes.
I mean, they may actually cut down on
They haven't been there very
traffic
long.
accidents.
This is really good for her.
There was
They come and go, so.
poor design thing.
They've been together for a couple of years.
I know, see, that's the way we've had that, everything's pretty stable right
And then when you
now.
cut down that feature, you're in
Yeah.
fast lane.
You just go with the flow. Exactly.
No, I'm either. Good morning, Nathan.
And she seems to really like it.
Good, good deal. And we have a couple we get complaints on, but that's not one of them, so that's okay. Hey, mister, you don't. I know. Hey, I know, I'm enough older, I thought I'd do something.
Jeff. Jeff,
But
are you gonna make a presentation? Or do you want me to just read it?
check.
You want me to just read it?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
It's 65 and 20 years. 20 years in perm and 65 in raw. You go on perm and sign it, that's what I do. Yeah, that's the Millie Morgan Act.
Martha,
Yeah.
you've answered about it.
Yes, I actually followed there. So, because I'm getting 11, well, because you're getting your social security, because you had to get down underneath the amount of money. For me, and I had taxes taken out, and I did survivor benefits, but you wouldn't have to do mine, so I'm probably 11.75 on that for a while.
Social Security.
Nice. Retirement. But I did have to sign up for Medicare. And then we went on county insurance because we both went on Medicare Part B with the supplement. And it was cheaper.
I got the VA.
Yes, yeah, you have to worry about it. That's right. Have you went out to see the new facility yet? You wanted to? I didn't know if they had you guys come in to get a private tour or anything. Yeah.
1 minute.
Hey, in football, it's a 2-minute warning.
Well, I missed the 2 minutes. I'm giving you.
morning, Commissioners. Thank you for having me. This is a light topic, so I'm really excited to talk about it briefly. The Court of Appeals has a project, and that's the brochure, of course, and they have allowed an opportunity for us to have a little courthouse library in our own libraries. So what I envision is, well, when I have a shelf that's being donated from the probation department. It's no taller than, I think about 3 feet, probably about 2 feet wide. I haven't done the measurements and I can. But how I picture it is that it would be on that mezzanine level, and the idea is that it would be filled with books for adults, children, different types of books, all appropriate, but a little library for when those litigants are waiting to get into the courtroom. We often see kids, on cell phones and social media, and this would just be an opportunity for something positive, a bookshelf. They can take a book, read it while they're waiting, put it back before they leave. It would be my responsibility to get donations to make sure that the bookshelf stays stocked, to make sure that it looks tidy, that it's in working order, that it's not being, abused or misused. But it does require a little bit of your space, and so I wanted your permission or your thoughts on joining the program that was started by the Court of Appeals. They make the donation for the first to stock it to begin with. I do have an opportunity to receive books from them next week, if you would approve.
And there's another gentleman in the audience here who might be willing to help you somehow.
I've met him before.
Yeah, I know.
He's highly approachable and helpful, and I think we can work together.
Nathan, you got that right.
I was having to share it, but no, I'm just
You can count on us.
All right, I think we probably need a motion to approve use of the space.
I'll make a motion to do that.
Okay, I have a motion
Second.
and a second. Further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. And the motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate your time.
I think it's great. I see kids up there actively involved.
Sure. And if you're looking and you see a better space for it, I'm all ears. I'm not married to that space. It just looked like that might be less congestion if we put it there in the corner. So, thank you so much.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is Jerry Garland. Mr. Garland. No show. Item number 6, items for consideration. We have a presentation to award the local funding match for Lawrence County Board of Aviation. And this is for construction of taxiways, paving and marking of those taxiways. The grant agreement, the total grant agreement is $3,239,965. And this is all ARP funding. Excuse me, it's FAA, NDOT, and local, which will be coming from the ARP funds. Any questions? I would consider a motion to approve.
I move to approve. I'll second.
Have a motion to approve, and a second. Further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And the motion carries. And then we also have a proclamation this morning. Whereas manufacturing is a critical driver in the Lawrence County, Indiana economy, employing over 3,000 workers in our community. And whereas manufacturing is responsible for 14% of the workforce in Lawrence County. Whereas manufacturing is responsible for 25% of the wage distribution and workforce in Lawrence County. Whereas manufacturing innovations and productivity drive Lawrence County's economic growth, giving workers the resources to remain the most productive in the world. Whereas local manufacturing careers and reports, highway department, Ryan.
Good morning. I'll take that day off, Molly, if you want to give it to me.
Yeah.
Don't have much to report. I got the Phase 2 Alpha Bridge report for you. It was final inspection for this contract. We start the new one next January. Right now, we're painting the Williams Bridge for the dinner that's coming up. And Armstrong Station Road did pass the inspection and is now open. We opened it last night.
At 5:10.
At 5 times, didn't improve the rating at all, but it is open.
Have to whack a few patchwork to it.
There are some things we can do it, but I don't think, because the age of the bridge, we're gonna get it any higher than 5 times. And, with FEMA, working with FEMA on Tunnelton Road down there by the River Road, where it got washed out, we should get that paid pretty soon and fixed. So,
The repair's already been made, is that correct?
we gravelled it, now we're gonna pave over where we gravelled. I mean, it's open, we're just gonna fix the pavement, we're gonna wash out. That's all I have this morning.
One thing I wanted to clarify on this federal aid application that we started getting so close for, does that not have to be turned in by mid-November?
I've already got it all turned in. All the paperwork's turned in to FEMA, yeah.
On the, all we're lacking is the bridge as cost estimate, and that's all we're lacking.
For the repairs.
Still road bridge.
Oh, correct. No, yes, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the new call for federal aid for bridge
Yeah.
inspection. Yep, that's mid-November.
We've got to have it all completed by then.
Correct.
I thought that was right, I wanted to
Yeah,
clarify. this.
submittal opens in November for that.
Right.
Yep, we'll be ready.
Get that done.
Anything else?
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you. Next is emergency management, Valerie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Been enjoying this beautiful weather.
Yes.
It's supposed to get hot again this weekend. This is National Preparedness Month, and so we still have several of those weather radios, so we're pushing to give those away, campaign. And we had, the Rotary Club came in, and they're wanting to get involved and do service projects in preparedness and disasters. And so they came in because they come in with batteries, but they're separate. So they came in and put the batteries in each box for the weather radios. So they came in and spent about an hour and a half. They're volunteers. And those are ready to go. We've got advertised on social media, but they're free to come and get at the county complex. So and we sent, Kieran was interested in a siren. And they came in and I said, well, because they have some people in some smaller homes and things. And I said, why don't you come and get some of these weather radios and hand them out there, because it's a smaller community. So they came and got 25 at Huron Baptist Church to hand out in the community. So, and we encourage people to do that. I mean, you know, the town of Oolity's looking at a siren through a Department of Homeland Security grant. I mean, they come over and get some of those and to their most, where they would feel were vulnerable, you know, elderly or trailers or whatever. So, but we encourage people to come and get those.
Good program.
Yes, very thankful to Duke for providing those. That's
All
all.
right. Thank you, Valerie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Val.
Next on the agenda is Sheriff Greg Day. I understand the sheriff's going to provide everybody with a fish dinner.
I have enough to do that. Come on down.
Well, that's good.
All right, I don't have a whole lot today, so, we're just over there, plugging away, and things are running pretty smoothly for the most part, so appreciate all the work that everybody's doing over there. Give you the jail population numbers this morning, total 77, 62 males, 15 females. We currently house 9 for DOC. We have 2 parole holds, and then we have 2 level 6 felons that were sentenced here locally. So, jail numbers, and then I just wanted to highlight, it's kind of a little talk about responsibility we do at the Sheriff's Department, but, and that's our sex and violent offender registry. And I think a lot of people would kind of be surprised at what all goes into that, but people can get on Offender Watch, the Indiana website, or they can access it through the sheriff's app, and they can check out all the offenders that we have in Lawrence County, where they live at, and what their offenses are. But we're currently monitoring over 140 offenders in this county. And with that comes annual residency checks that we have to do for each of those offenders, where we actually have to send people out and make sure that they're actually living where they say they do. Over 70 of those, so really about half, they're labeled at a offense level that requires us to do them every 90 days. So that's, basically once a quarter, we're having to go and do those checks there. And then depending on what level they are, there's requirements on how often they register. Everybody has to do it at least annually. Some people have to do it every 90 days. And then we actually have a handful of people that have to do it every 7 days. So they actually have to come to the department every 7 days and register. Those are the folks that are homeless or staying in temporary housing. And so we have to keep track of all those people. Every change to an address, every time somebody gets a different vehicle, an offender gets a different vehicle, or they change their employment, they have 72 hours to register that with us. So we have to keep track of all that. And we do run a pretty strict, a very strict program. In fact, it was mentioned in court the other day to an offender. They were told under no certain circumstances to be over there because we run one of the tightest ships as far as keeping track of the offenders that they've ever seen. So, we have filed several offenses, got warrants on several people over the last year or so for failing to comply with those registry requirements. So we do take it serious. It takes a lot of hours, and it takes a lot of effort every day. It's a kind of a revolving door over there with offenders coming in and out of there. So anyway, I just wanted to highlight that. That's something that people know we do the registry, but I don't think everybody knows exactly what goes into that. It's a big one.
But that information is available online.
Yeah, it's online. Everybody can get on the Indiana Department of Corrections website and see the offenders, but then also we have a link in our sheriff's app. Anybody that has a sheriff's app can go to that offender watch, and it takes you right to offender watch, and you can look that stuff up. So anyway, that's all I've got, unless anybody has any questions for me.
How are we doing on our DOC payments?
So we've not been paid since August of last year. So we're over a year behind, but we're not the only county. It's almost all counties in the state, and it's a big statewide argument right now. And DOC has changed. They changed starting in July how they do their billing process. It's supposed to streamline and make things better. And, we haven't got any paid yet, but so we'll see. I know the Indiana Sheriff's Association and they've been in talks weekly with DOC trying to figure out. We get a lot of political speak back, but we'll see. I know the council or the legislature's legislative body up in Indy, they passed with the budget and everything money to take care of the back pay and continue on. But we're still not seeing any of that, so we're patiently waiting, I guess.
I think we've been pretty patient.
Yeah, I think all the sheriffs around the state have, so.
Okay.
Rodney,
Yes.
I just wanted to mention, with it being National Preparedness Month, I encourage everyone to download the Sheriff's app because it not only has so many good things, the weather will come immediately. As soon as the National Weather Service issues anything for this county, it comes right across that app, and it's also a safety and a good feature to have to get all the preparedness. I encourage everyone to use that for weather alerts and everything because I'll see it come across the app before I even get it straight from National Weather Service, so.
Yeah, it does, it's very up to date with the national.
I just thought I'd mention that, and I thought with the National Preparedness Month to encourage people, and it's free.